Hi everyone, my name's Julie. Welcome to Cooking with Ju, brought to you by Inspired by True Events Network. Today I'm going to be making some New York strips with a side of garlic potatoes. So now we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright you guys, so here we have our 3 New York strips, and I cleaned them prior to recording this with vinegar and water. Make sure you're always washing your meat with vinegar and water, even your boyfriends. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm going to season this with sea salt. This is a preference me and my boyfriend have, not regular salt, just because we like the taste better. And then I'm going to put it on the stove, but prior to putting it in the cast iron pot or pan, I'm going to add some complete seasoning, and I'm going to add some steak seasoning, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. Okay you guys, so I have the steaks over there with the sea salt on them, and I let the pan warm up a bit, so I'm going to go ahead and add some complete seasoning to the bottom, as well as some steak seasoning. And also some olive oil, which I forgot. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and add the steaks in here. And you're going to put them facing down on the sea salt. So I made sure the pan was hot enough, as you can hear the sizzling. So we're going to go ahead and let that cook for a couple minutes. Okay, so as I told you guys, I cut the potatoes and I let the steak cook, and I'm going to go ahead and flip them. And they're just how I want them. They're perfect. So we're going to go ahead and let them cook on the other side. And also I'm going to lower the flame, just because I don't want them to burn on the outside and not be cooked fully on the inside. I like my steak well done. My boyfriend doesn't, so he'll be coming off before mine does. So we're going to go ahead and let that cook and get started on the garlic potatoes. Alright, so while the steak is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the garlic potatoes. So here I have my potatoes, and what I'm going to do is cut them into squares or chunks. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I usually cut the ends off. Not sure why I do that, I just like to. And make sure you always wash your potatoes before you cook, just like meat. When you're cooking meat, you have to wash that as well. So this is about how big I cut the potatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them and then show you guys the end result. Okay, now we're getting started on the garlic potatoes, and what I did is add olive oil to the pan, also butter. For the garlic potatoes, you need a lot of butter, like a ton of butter. So now I'm going to add my seasonings into the pan. And the first thing I'm going to add is some garlic salt. And I'm going to stir it. And then I'm going to add some pepper. I'm going to add some everything seasoning or complete seasoning in here. We're going to go ahead and give that a stir. And then we're going to add potatoes and finally. Toss these around. We're going to let these cook until they soften up. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a view of how the food was looking. the steak is done and the potatoes are done as well. So here's the steak and then here are the potatoes, and I'm gonna plate up and give you guys a final view of everything.